and ladies,
Yeah, that's true.
Lala.
Right. Exactly.
Lala
Exactly.
is a
Where's she at?
Lala.
Lala,
Lala
where you at,
she
Lala?
gonna claim that she got busy at work. She she been on here every other time. Crystal Philly Styles Clark. I'm looking for her. Um, and for those of you that don't know, I sent out an email this morning, a special email to everyone saying Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We want to do a special broadcast today, Living the Dream, Turning Adversity into Achievement. And for those of you, this is the importance of looking at the emails, and this is the importance of actually being on the list. For those of you who got the email that is on our list, I created a link in the email so that you could join Leroy and I on stage today. I did it specifically and especially for today. If you want to take advantage of that, if you want to put the hoodies up with Leroy and I in the way that we do, if you want to hang out with us today, you want to talk trash today, today is the day that you get a chance to do that. Well, where's the email? I sent it. Am I on the list? I don't know. I've been trying to get you to be on the list for a while now. So if you have taken advantage of that, then you have gotten the email. So look in your emails. If you have not seen it, look in your spam, particularly if you're on the list. If you are not on the list, go to www.weareremand.com. And I think I might change that today to www.weareremand.world. This is a worldwide movement, and I'm incredibly excited with all that's taking place. Those of you that are watching, say good morning. You know how we do it. We don't allow you to come on here and act like you don't see us. You walk in our house. I'm on the couch. Leroy's on the love seat. Leroy's on the love seat. I'm on the couch. Why is Leroy on the love seat?
Why? You can say why I gotta be in the love seat, bro?
Leroy's on the love seat because I am on a personal mission.
He in the
I'm
big
on.
chair. That's the big chair. You in the big chair.
I mean, well, yeah, I'm on the big chair, but I'm on a person. I have a personal mission to get Leroy married by the end of this year. So
Why is that your mission? Why is that your mission,
that's
bro?
because you such a dope guy that I don't I and I really genuinely believe that there's so much that you have to offer a relationship. Uh,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
and I've been saying this a while since I've looked at. I've heard several people say it. Every successful dude that has done anything long term with any sense of longevity has a stabilizing force next to him.
Absolutely.
He
Yes,
just
sir.
does, right? And so
Absolutely.
if now Leroy's older than I am, so
By how many days?
I forget how many. It's months. It's almost a year. It's almost a year. It's
It's two
almost
hundred
a
and
year.
something days. I think it was 280 days. Somewhere around there. Something
200
like
and
that. I
something
can't remember.
days that Leroy is older than I am. And so he might need your auntie. He might need your auntie.
See, he clowning me today. I thought we were coming on here to clown the cowboy. He clowning me.
We got now this for those of you that don't know, today is going to be a little longer because we have to spend at least 45 minutes clowning the Dallas
No,
Cowboys.
he said 45 minutes.
Yeah, 45 minutes. It's
No,
got to
give him
be
a good.
it's got to be
That's a good clowning right there,
it's
boy.
got to be at least
Wait,
45 minutes.
don't forget though. We might have to come back because I
Oh,
gotta.
that's right. You got you got
So
the
we can.
you
I
got the
love
other thing on Monday. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we won't spend as much time. Good day,
it.
good sir. It says the man that findeth a good wife, not one that findeth one for him. Ron D. Handy Sr. Listen, Ron D. Handy Sr., leader of Remain Delaware. Uh, I'm gonna find one for him. God found one. He allowed Adam to choose. So I'm gonna parade some. That was God's job. God's job was to parade some in front of him. Adam said, "Nah, that don't work. That's a giraffe. That's an elephant. That's a lion. That don't work." No. So God said, "Okay, let me show up." But He chose her out of all that He had to choose from. My only job is to make sure I provide some choices for the brother. So those of you that are watching, and Ron, you should probably not say anything because you know my wife is hell bent on fixing you up. my wife been asking for your number since she last talked to you. What's Ron's number? I got somebody for him. Like, nah, babe, we gonna stay out of that. And she's like, no, babe, I really got somebody for him. Nah, babe, we gonna stay out of that. So once I tell her that I want every brother that is significant in my life to be married. I think marriage is great with the right woman. Right, marriage is great when we have the tools. Marriage is great, and I will tell y'all. I woke up today. Look. Good morning. She's still single. Who's still single, babe? Oh, the girl that he, the girl that she's trying to fix up with Ron.
What's up, Marla? How you feel?
Marla, Leroy wants to know how you feel today, babe. Because
right?
she, hey Leroy, that girl turned her back to me, went to sleep.
I know she did. It was colder in that bedroom than it was in Kansas City the other night.
I said, "Hey, babe, y'all lost." She's like, "It's okay." Yeah, that's her only words. Now, if the Eagles lose tonight, she's gonna do all these crazy dances.
I know, you know, she gonna be all up. She gonna be all up in your groove, boy. Look. I think y'all gonna be good tonight, though, man. Y'all can't. I don't know, man. Y'all can't be Tampa Bay. Something really wrong with you.
Is here.
No.
Yeah, happy MLK Day. Happy MLK Day, Crystal.
Absolutely.
Come in here humble. Come in here humble today. Make sure, because you're a Dallas fan too. Come in here humble. Don't come in here with no boldness, no confidence. Come in here hat with your hand. Hat in your hand today. That's what we doing. Brother Dwight, what's up, man? Good morning, King. Yeah, let's go. I got my hat on backwards. Look. We're not going to speak on it.
What's up, Crystal? How you feeling?
Why you got laryngitis this morning? Like, I don't understand how you got laryngitis today. You talk a good game all the rest of the time. Now you don't want to speak on it. Oh my God!
People have been going all in on Cowboys fans, bro, all night.
I text. Hey Leroy, I text my daughter-in-law last night, and I said, "Hey, how's Key?" Because you know my son. My son, you know, he a Cowboys fan. So he puts up a post last night that says, "I have deleted everyone on my Facebook page that I cannot beat. So if you are seeing this, it's because I've not deleted you. And if you say something crazy, we're gonna throw him up. We like he ready to fight the entire world because the Cowboys lost." So I said to him, I said to my daughter-in-law, I said, "How's Key?" She said, "Pops, you know what it is. Same old, mad at Dak." Crystal said, "See what had happened was." Yes.
But why they mad at Dak though? That was the defense that gave up 48 points.
Defense gave up 48 points, but Dak threw what 2-3 picks. And this is a part of what Keyshawn always says. Now I clown my son, but he's very objective, very, very objective. So I asked him first thing this morning, Leroy, who got to go? He said, "I told you who got to go." He said, "Who got to go is Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott. They got to go." Right. And watching ESPN today, one of the guys said it, and I think he said it best. He said, look, if you're not willing to make any changes, right? If you're genuinely not willing to make any changes and you just want to ride this roster and you want to ride this coach, don't tell me you're serious about winning a Super Bowl, because you're not, right? You're only serious if you're willing to make some adjustments to the coaching staff and to the personnel, to the players, right? Crystal, yeah. So what had happened was what? what had happened? We waiting. Dwight Robinson told Dr. Leroy, yeah, we knew what was going to happen. And we knew what was going to happen. Go ahead, sir. I'm listening to you.
As long as Jerry Jones is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys will continue to do what it is that they do. I've said this. The reason that I am, and I was I was an avid Cowboys fan back when I was a little boy, growing up in the 70s, watching them play the Steelers and them being hurt because they lost to the Steelers throughout the 70s with Roger Staubach. But when Tex Schramm sold the Dallas Cowboys to Jerry Jones because he was the only potential owner that would fire Tom Landry, and the way that he treated Tom Landry once he owned the team and just fired him and gave him no kind of celebration, no kind of accolades for the way that he was with the organization, what he brought to the NFL, I was done.
Yeah.
And I laugh every single time because this dude has, and I think I said it last night. Yeah, to somebody that had posted something on Instagram, because they were talking about, well, because I mentioned about him, the way he treated Tom Landry. I was like, well, he's like, well, what do you expect? Did you expect him to hold on to Tom Landry forever? I was like, that wasn't the point. If you wanted to get rid of him, that's cool, but you do it like a man. He had no intent. Tex Schramm should have done it like a man, if you ask me, because he should have gone to Tom Landry and said, "Look, we're thinking about going in another direction. I'm selling the team. We want to let you go in, with the giving you the reward that you are deserving of a coach of your caliber." But he didn't do that. He gave it to Jerry Jones, who he knew had no character and had no integrity and had no honor. So if you have no integrity, you have no honor, you have and you operate and you have no character, these things are going to happen to you. Trust and believe. And that's why I will always laugh. I will always never be a fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I wouldn't even go back anyway. But even being a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, because of that one man and his ego can't take putting the right coach in that spot. He wants somebody that doesn't have as big an ego as he does. That's why Jimmy Johnson wasn't there. That's why Bill Parcells isn't still there, because he couldn't take those two great coaches that they were. It took him forever to put Jimmy Johnson in the Cowboys Ring of Honor. So yeah, you get everything that you deserve. Keep Dak around. Keep the players you got around, and continue to be the losers that you are. Let's put up the L's for them. I'm sorry, Crystal. I'm sorry, Marlon, but I get hot when I talk about the Dallas Cowboys as a team. So yeah,
let's just remind everybody what this looked like yesterday, and that score, Packers 48, Dallas 32, is not really representative of what the game was like.
No, it really wasn't.
Right, the game was a blowout.
It wasn't even that close.
it wasn't that close. It wasn't that close. It was nasty. It was bad, but it was great for me to witness. Here's what Nadella says: you can have great skills, but be on the wrong team, and that's not limited to sports. And that's without question the truth.
Absolutely.
You can also have mediocre skill and be on the right team and do incredibly well. If everybody knows how to play their role, things go really, really well. Dwight says greater was the rise, greater the fall. The greater the rise, the greater the fall.
Yep.
Facebook user. I don't know who that is. It, Facebook users. Let me just liken y'all to this, because this is what it feels like. A Facebook user that comes on the podcast, right? That hasn't given StreamYard permission to tell us your name. It's almost like you coming in the house with a ski mask on, so we don't really know who you are. Like we feel unsafe. We feel really unsafe. We feel really unsafe if you
Let's
don't
say,
let us know who you are.
we're gonna assume that things
And
are
Ron said
good.
that's him. I don't understand why, Ron. It gave us your name recently. It gave us your name up here.
Is that the same Ron though? Is there
Yeah,
another
it's the
Ron?
same Ron. Ron
Oh,
Handy.
okay. Yeah, that's
Let's
me.
see. Ron says that's me, Sir Ron D. Handy Sr. I don't know why, man. Sir, don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why that happened either, bro. I really don't. Somebody else said that too. Say, hey, man, my name was. You could see my name earlier, and now you
Now,
can't.
see, Facebook be doing some crazy stuff.
Nadella says two different usernames. So I don't know. Maybe that's it. I don't know. That's a good point, Nadella. Thank you. Am I pronouncing your name right? Because I want to make sure I am. You know her, Ron? I mean, Leroy?
Yeah, yes. It's
Is it
Nodella.
Nadella?
Nodella.
Nodella. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I
Elder
want to make
Nodella. Yep.
Nodella. Nodella, I need your help. Leroy will be married in 2024 by December 31st. I'm performing the wedding. If the only person that I would say I would step aside for is his pastor or somebody on their pastoral team. But I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there to witness it all. Right? That is the campaign this year. We are getting Leroy married by the end of 2024. Must be a cow folk working the board.
She's a Giants fan. Nodella's a Cowboy. Oh, I
No,
thought you
no,
said
that's not Nadella. I
no.
don't think. Well,
No. I said
unless
Facebook. It just says
hers
Facebook
changed
user.
as
So I'm assuming
well.
that's Ron.
You know,
That might be
I
Ron.
don't know whether hers changed as well. But 48 to 32. What was the real score, Leroy? If they had to settle on the real score, man, what do you think the real score was?
Well, I mean, shoot. I don't. If you take as Shannon Sharp said, if you take away the empty calories, they'd have had a 50 over a 50 burger on them. You know what I'm saying? They'd have had over
Absolutely,
50
bro.
points on 'em,
Absolutely.
you know.
Um, yeah.
So
Let's see. Nadella says, "Congrats, big brother. Yeah, you get married by the end of this year." I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there on social media. Everybody that'll listen.
this
Hey,
dude,
Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. is getting married
why
by
you
the
gotta
end.
be putting people in my business, bro? You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm
everybody.
saying?
Because that's the way social media is. Everybody in everybody's business.
Yeah,
Social
but I
media.
ain't trying to put my business. I don't want everybody in my business. I ain't like some folks. That's what get you in trouble. That's what get folks in trouble.
Look at Lala. I told you, look at Lala's comment, Leroy. I told you that girl on a mission. Ron too. He is on a mission to
He
make sure
definitely on a
Ron
mission.
Handy gets married.
Yeah,
Ron too.
my
Ron
man
is
on a mission.
another brother who got just too much to offer. Listen to me. The greatness that all of us are called to in many regards is connected to Leroy talks about it all the time. It's connected to the woman that stands next to you. You got to have the right woman. Right? But the right woman is assigned by the creator to make sure that the vision is accomplished. And so, so I just want to make sure, don't make the man look thirsty. I'm not making anybody look thirsty. I'm simply saying that the brother is so brilliant that a dude a dude like that requires someone to stand alongside him. We've been witnessing that from the beginning of time. And the truth of the matter is, marriage has something to do with being in love. Like I absolutely adore um, Marla Michelle, right? I absolutely adore Marla Michelle. Leroy went to go grab a water. He's dehydrated with all the pressure that we're that we're putting on him, right? Um, but I'm telling you, a dude like that, a brilliant brother like that, um, deserves somebody to stand next to him and help him to realize the vision that God has given him for his life. Yeah, and I want everyone that is connected to me to be married. I love marriage. I love family, and I want to see every brother enjoy his life and enjoy a woman standing next to him to help fulfill the vision that God has given. So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about Dallas, but y'all suck. Every Dallas fan, y'all stink. Y'all suck. It has been noted as one of the worst losses um, ever. Yeah, it is God's divine will for mankind, without question. Every Dallas fan, and it just has so many benefits, and we'll perhaps talk about that. You all right, man? Did
Yeah,
you get a little? Did you
yeah.
get a little? Did you feel that pressure? Did you feel that pressure coming on? Everybody wants you married now.
Uh,
Lala says, how do you adore me and hate my team? Easily. Yeah, that's one of the easiest things that I do. I adore you, love you, hate the Dallas Cowboys. Uh, and we don't even really have to talk about them anymore. Their season is over. We should probably talk about teams who are still in the running.
my friends and I, yeah, they joining us on the couch.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
They sitting on the couch with
yeah,
all the
yeah.
rest of us,
Just sitting on the couch,
watching the games.
with wings and pizza, like everybody else.
Yeah.
Keith Lewis says, "See, I tuned in, but now you're talking about Dallas, so I have to leave now. Don't leave, Keith. Don't leave. Don't leave, man. We're here with open arms. You know how we do it with Remain. We're here with open arms. This is a part of what we do. Keith, please don't tell me you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. Are you a Dallas fan? Yeah, my wife is my great thing. Ain't no doubt about it. And we are scheduled to do our first podcast together. She's also going to be here with Leroy and I on the Grown Man podcast soon, so that y'all get a chance to hear her clown. She clowns me as much as I clown her, so do not feel bad for Lala. Please don't feel bad for Lala. Lala is the chief clowner of everybody.
She'll be looking to come on big time next week if the Eagles don't win. She'll be like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy, let's
All
go."
right, we book next week. Yeah, we
She for sure gonna want me on, boy.
look, Crystal man. Look at Crystal. Yeah, we can already put the hoodies up, Crystal. Keith said, yes, I'm a diehard fan. So disappointed too. Yeah, this might not be the podcast for you. I don't know. I don't know whether or not you've watched our podcast before, the Grown Man podcast. I'm sure you have, bro. Keith Lewis is probably one of he's another dope guy. Get ready to get married to Jade. I did give him some warning about marrying Jade. I found out that Marla had dated in years past before she met me, and she didn't tell me that she dated in years past before she met me. So I was reevaluating my marriage. Like, how come you couldn't wait until you met me? Right. And so
Oh, like you waited.
hey, listen. That's not the point. That is not that is not the point. The point is that when I met her, we were at breakfast. I'm gonna put the hoodies up, Crystal, in a moment, but I'm just enjoying this moment. This is we got 30 minutes of putting the hoodies up, but we intentionally knew that today would be about bashing Dallas for
Oh,
everybody,
no doubt. No
right?
doubt.
So we're at breakfast. We have a tradition. I think it has become a tradition. We just kind of adopted it. We go to hey babe, what's the name of the place we go to? Cracker Barrel. We go to Cracker Barrel every Saturday morning, right?
Good
And
food.
we were talking about things that we want to do because I still haven't really learned Atlanta yet. I just haven't been here long enough to learn Atlanta. And so now I'm ready to learn Atlanta, immerse myself, have fun. And we were talking about things that we wanted to do. And I have a rule, Leroy. I don't care whether y'all call me petty or not. I got a rule. I ain't going nowhere where another nigga took you. we not. She said so. So if a guy took me out to eat, look, we got somebody coming to the stage, Leroy.
Uh-oh.
We got somebody coming to the stage.
Who this?
Let me see. Oh, okay, yeah. That's Dr. Gerald Hightower. He just entered the black room, so we'll see him come on. Remember, I sent out, for those of you that would like to, I sent out an email, and in that email, if you want to join us on stage today, you can. And we'll holler at you during this very special edition, Living the Dream, Turning Adversity into Achievement. Yeah. Nodella said, I'm with that. Don't take me to your former girl's favorite spot. It will not end well. Yeah, it will not end well. So Lala took me to a Falcons game, and some time ago, I think was it this season? I don't know. She took me to a Falcons game, and I had a ball. I mean, just an absolute ball. And then she said, yeah, babe, I've been to a football game before. I said, you've been to a what? so now I didn't enjoy myself anymore, Leroy. I didn't enjoy myself. Y'all on some real CP time today. You don't know what our schedule is, Crystal. You're just mad. You're just angry that we're talking about Dallas. We don't have a time that we put the hoodies up. We feel the moment. We enjoy the moment. We're going to put the hoodies up in a minute because Leroy's got to go at 11. But we're enjoying the moment. Are you telling me that for the first time you're not enjoying the moment? You're not enjoying the Grown Man Podcast? You're one of our frequent persons. Would you like to come on stage? would you, Crystal? We love to make it up to you. Would you like to come on stage? Let us know.
all I'm gonna say to the Dallas Cowboys fan, it's like Charlie Brown and Lucy with the football. You know, Lucy gonna pull that football away every
every
single
single
time.
time.
Every time she gonna pull it away, but she still keep trying to kick the ball. Charlie, give it up. Stop trying to kick the ball. Let Lucy hold it. Let
Oh
Linus or
my God.
somebody else. Let
That is
somebody else hold the football. But Lucy is not gonna let you kick that football. That football.
that is such a true analogy. That is such a every, and sometimes I used to watch it like, hey dude, you stupid. Like if you keep I used to get pissed, Leroy, like, dude, don't do that to yourself. You stupid. Don't try to, and somehow that chick would convince him that she's not gonna pull it away.
That she not gonna pull it away, and she do it every time. I did see a couple of Cowboys fans. There had people taking the Cowboys license plates off, and one dude said, I'm entering the portal. I'm now entering the portal."
Look. Oh God. Oh, absolutely, Trey. We get ready to talk about that in about 30 seconds. turning adversity into achievement. Absolutely. Look, Crystal, now Crystal don't like you, Leroy. Crystal don't like you now, brother Leroy.
I'm
Now
so
she mad.
sorry, Crystal. Don't hate me. I'm sorry, but I can't do it. I can't do it with the
now
Cowboys.
she,
I'm
now
sorry.
she mad at you. I started to put that as a
Hey,
meme, but I'm not Donald.
hey, bro. And it's I don't say it's ironic. I don't say funny. It's ironic that you have the title that you had, turning
Turning
what is
adversity into achievement.
yeah, adversity into achievement because the Cowboys sure enough facing some adversity.
They facing adversity, and they are the absolute antithesis to what we are talking about today. What we are talking about today is clearly not the Dallas Cowboys. Trey said, "Got to run," but I wanted to wish you all a good day. I'll check back and watch later. Love you more. Love you more.
Absolutely appreciate you.
Let's put the hoodies up. Crystal want the hoodies
Let's
up.
go,
Let's
bro.
put the
Let's
hoodies
go,
up,
bro. I know, I
and
know, I know. She waiting. She
let's
waiting,
see
bro.
if Nodella said y'all are mean. We're not trying to be mean, Nodella. We're kind guys. The scripture requires us to be kind. We're kind. And we're kindly reminding every Dallas Cowboy fan that y'all absolutely suck. I mean, it is horrible. And I cannot think of a better meme other than Lucy taking away the football. That's exactly what this feels like every single year. Crystal said, "I'm out of here. I'll be back when the hoodies are up." The hoodies are up, Crystal.
The hood is up.
Don't roll. The hoodies are up. And it's a perfect segue. It really is. Something we talked about yesterday. If those of you that watch Sundays, if you're a man, you get an opportunity to watch Sundays. We call it the Braveheart Bible Study for brothers. We do it inside the Remain community. We talk and look at the scripture through a male lens, right? Our hermeneutic is one that is designed to strengthen brothers. Hermeneutic, just our lens through which we approach the interpretation of scripture, right? And we talked about yesterday how much of you is in your process, how much of you. Nodella says she's not a Cowboys fan, never. She says
Yeah, she's a Giants fan. Yeah, she's a Giants
she a
fan.
Giants fan. Oh,
Yes.
I'm mad now. I'm mad at Nodella because they beat us. I'm like I liked her before that comment. Now I don't even like Nodella. Um so one of the things, Leroy, I think in John 16, right? This is not a Bible study, but I just want to kind of set the framework. One of the things that we have learned through life, you ain't even got to go through the Bible. You ain't even got to say what Jesus said. You ain't got to say what God said. You just know this because you've lived long enough. In this world, you're going to have some trouble. You're going to be met with challenges and obstacles and opposition. That is just the way that life is, right?
Yeah.
None of us get the opportunity to escape challenges. Nodella said, "Get it right." She's a Bears, Giants, and Patriots fan for over
That's
45
right.
years, so she got
She got
three
several
teams.
of them.
Because we can't escape, and shout out to, and I say this with all respect, shout out to my dude, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., right? He actually dies a year before I get a chance to be in this world, right? But the legacy that this brother leaves of being willing to put it all on the line, Leroy, put it all on the line. He didn't leave anything back. He put it all on the line. Let me put my he put it all on the line, right? And made sure that we all could enjoy a level of freedom that we didn't always have.
Yeah.
The man gave his life for it all. I'm not equating him to Jesus at all. But if you're going to do something, the question is, how much of your life are you willing to lay down to make it all happen? How much of yourself are you willing to give? And how much is going to be too much when you are met with the adversity that comes. Every single man that is watching, I hope you don't think that the end goal is to have vision. The end goal is to manifest that vision. And in manifesting that vision, be real clear that you are going to be met with opposition, because it's not like people, the enemy, whoever you want to choose as opposition, it's not going to like, and just life in general, Leroy, it's not like life is just going to roll out this red carpet and welcome you to change the world. It just doesn't happen that way. And what I've learned to do is to leverage adversity, because I know it's going to come. I've stopped avoiding it. I leverage it, I embrace it, I leverage it, and I use it to springboard me toward the achievement that I know that the source that God has for my life.
You
Right?
just said
Can
something
you
right there.
talk about what King did, man? You are just such a historian, right? It's the reason why I let you keep your black card, even though you know uh, neither of us can dance.
I know, right?
Neither of us can dance, so I give you a pass, you give me a pass, and we keep each other's black card, right? Can we kind of talk? Yeah, Nodella. Can we kind of talk, Leroy, about how King leveraged adversity and used it to fuel achievement? Because I think he is the quintessential idea of what all of that means and what all of us hope to embody.
Yeah, and the thing is today, actually this morning when I was doing my walk, I listened to the last sermon speech that he did, the mountaintop um, speech, which I believe was one of his greatest speeches, sermons that he ever gave. People, you'll hear today, you'll hear about the "I have a dream" and all of that. It was a great speech and all of that. But his most powerful speeches they don't talk about at all. Um, but what he did, and not just listening to that speak. When I think about that and what he's done for mankind, and I think I mentioned this the other day that he wasn't even going to speak that night. He was at the hotel. He was just there
Absolutely.
because he was in town for the union for the what was it, the sanitation workers.
Sanitation workers, yeah.
He was in town for that, so he wasn't planning on going to the church. And from what they said that they reported, they said they called him up and said, "Hey Doc, we need you here." And the kind of man that he was, the purpose that he felt that he felt an obligation to be there. These people came, they came to see me. They came in large numbers to be able to see and hear me speak and say something to them. And it would behoove me to who am I to tell them, nah, I'm good. I can't come speak. I can't come give you some some um some motivation. I can't come give you an uplifting speech. And it does something to me to hear him because bro, I don't know if you listen to them at all, but that his voice still resonates
Bruh, yes, sir.
today, bro. I'm just like, whoo. And his is in his book, um his greatest book that he wrote out of the ones that he wrote, the Where Do We Go From Here, Chaos or Community. People don't talk about that book. But like I said, Reman is a book that you need in your library. That book there, Where Do We Go From Here, Chaos or Community, is that other book that you need in your library. And read it at least once a year. It should be on your list to read once a year. It's that powerful. But just everything about him, from from the different marches that he galvanized and that he put together. And here's the thing, he had a team, bro. He had people that were around him that believed in the vision that he had for
Yeah,
us as
bro.
a people.
Yeah, bro.
They did because and I forgot who the guy is, but on Karis One's Edutainment CD, if you listen to it, there's a guy that's giving a speech, and he talks about leadership, and he talks about leaders, and he said if you put Dr. King, he was one of the ones that you mentioned, that he mentioned. He said if you put Dr. King in the middle of the civil rights movement with nobody behind him,
Mm,
he's nothing.
mm.
And he talked about a couple other leaders, and he talked about George Washington and them as well. But his thing was leaders, what makes leaders great are those that believe in their vision. That people who believed in what Dr. King represented, and said, and we believed in and believe in what he stood for.
Yeah,
And I think that's what gave him his strength, that we as a people believed in, and what he was telling us that we could be. That's
yeah,
what the dream speech was about.
yeah,
And we believed in that dream. We believed that we could be and should be who it is that he was telling us that we are. And I put up the speech, I mean the quote that he said, that no man, and this resonated with me today, along with the one that you love, that you
yes,
that
sir.
you love, the other quote. But the one is that no man, he said, you can't, he said no man can, if you he said if you no man can walk over you if you're not bent over. I know I'm getting it wrong, but if you
Yeah,
you know if you're bent over, when you stand, if you stand up, no one can walk over you.
yeah,
Just those things that he said, and that he taught us to be,
yeah,
told us that we will be. Stand up,
yeah,
stand up, black men, stand up,
yeah.
be who it is that you were called to be. And that's what he was in those moments, man. Those moments that he had to make those tough decisions, bro. He stood up.
Yeah.
He knew that his life was in danger every single day.
That's what Nodella says, man. She says, I believe he always knew that at any time he could lose his life
Yeah,
and thought it was worth the risk anyway. Anything we stand up for, especially for right, your life is at risk.
absolutely.
I need everybody to hear that
Yeah.
because as even this movement grows, as
Hmm.
even this movement grows, this movement to make sure we are developing comprehensive, uh, mature black males that can be recognized and do exactly what you just described, stand up as men. Don't y'all ever think that everybody happy about that,
Not at all, bro.
right? So there this movement, and I've been hearing from God, Leroy, over these last several days about this work and what he wants me to do, and what he wants. You mentioned the team, everybody to be involved in advancing this cause. And the more I hear, the more I recognize how important it is for us to do this work and to reach as many men as possible. There are organizations who are about, you know, making a lot of money, and we have to make money because we've got to change the world. You can't change the world. The even the civil rights movement was funded.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Like it was funded. Like so I don't want anyone to think that the movement can do anything without funding. It has to be funded. But the overall goal is not how much money I can make, or the organization can make, or Leroy can make, or yeah, it's about how many lives we can impact. And can you imagine, there are coaches and consultants that work, and I'll just be real clear with you. There are organizations that, work with 20 people and make $750,000 a year. And that's cool for them, but that's not my goal. 750,000 is great. 1 million is great. 2 million is great. 10 million is great. But here's the greater thing. How do we reach more men? That's the goal. The goal isn't how do we make more money. That's the secondary thing. The goal is how do we reach more men? How do we impact more men? How do we send more men home? And what I recognize is exactly what Nodella said, exactly what you just said, man. I'm gonna turn it back over to you. We got about 10 minutes or so before I got to let you go. My life is on the line,
Yeah.
but I'm willing to put my life on the line. Leroy's life is on the line, but he's willing to put his life on the line. Malcolm's life was on the line. He was willing to put his life on the line. Martin's life was on the line. He knew it and still did whatever was necessary. So I guess the question is, how invested are you? That's the question Martin is asking. How invested are you? Right? In the whole process of changing community, because one of the responsibilities of every man is to impact community. It's not just about your business. It's not just about your marriage. How will you impact community? The legacy domain is one of the areas is about how do you impact community? Go ahead, Leroy.
No, and all of this goes to the title that you gave today about, the adversity and triumph of men, because they're gonna be, we know it as black men. There are there are gonna be plenty of adversity that comes against you. There are gonna be plenty of obstacles that are gonna come against you. That's just like you said at the beginning. That's just the way that this world is. And it the thing that made Dr. King successful in being able to triumph over that adversity, one of the biggest things was he had people, one that he was surrounded by that pushed him, but then two, he had people around him that he felt it was a bigger cause to serve them and to serve us
Yeah, 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 yeah.
than it was to serve others, because he could have. And in the movie Selma, when he walks when he the first time that they went to the bridge and he turns around and walks back, they they when he got back to the church, they lit him up.
Yeah,
And I'm talking about his own people. They were like, Doc,
yeah,
you got to tell us something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the
We
other part
spoke.
that people don't see.
Yeah, that they
Like,
don't
like,
see.
like King wasn't. I love the monuments. I love the celebrations of the day and all of that,
Right,
right? But
right, right.
King was not beloved until he was dead.
Yeah, yeah. There's a
He
lot of
had
folks who did not like
people
him.
that really should have stood with him, didn't stand with him. What's up, Bishop Coles? My God, good to see you, man. Um, there was a specific pastor who changed the address of his church simply not to be put on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard,
Wow, wow.
right? I remember sitting and talking with Dr. Jeremiah Wright,
Hmm.
and he told me those things, right?
Hmm.
There were he Snick wasn't necessarily a fan of his,
Not at all. Not at all.
right? So don't think that it was just white people who were not happy with the movement. Black people weren't happy with the movement either. And what you got to ask yourself the question is, am I willing to stand no matter where the opposition is coming from? Nodella said it, when it's right.
Yep.
So not every black person loves the fact that we got brothers called to arms, not arms with guns, but we raising brothers up. We're calling brothers to a higher place. Not everybody's excited about that because it upsets the status quo.
Yes, sir.
It upsets all that they have built around the narrative that black men ain't nothing and black men are lazy and black men ain't doing. So now when we upset that narrative, right? No one wants to honor it. Go ahead, Leroy. I apologize. But you're
Mm-mm.
dropping so many good points, man.
But that's the thing that, like you said, that people don't understand the obstacles and the adversity that Dr. King did overcome just in that respect, not just like you said, fighting against those, those that weren't of his hue, but those that were of his hue, and were
Absolutely, bro.
created the obstacles for him to overcome,
Absolutely, bro.
and were standing in the way, whether it was whether it was jealousy, whether it was envy, whatever the reason was. They wanted, they wanted to be the ones to get the accolades. And sometimes, bruh, and we gotta call it 100 here. Sometimes we are our own worst enemies.
Yes, sir. That's the balance. Absolutely the case.
Where we're so jealous of one another, or we just don't want to see one another get a hit. One, oh, they gonna outshine me. They gonna, they gonna look better than me. Y'all know it, because there are many that do that.
Absolutely, bro.
Their egos are so big that they feel as if it happens in corporate America. It happens in the church. Don't get me started there. You know, and it happens in everyday life. You even have some of your friends that get jealous
Of
of you.
course. And
So,
here's what Romy says. Bishop Cole says this. Unfortunately, for us, when there is risk, many retreat.
yep, absolutely.
Right.
That's
So when we're met with adversity, when there's risk, whether that and look, uh, while we would hope that we there are many of us that think that the threat of death is extreme. It's not. We're seeing black men killed for less,
whoo,
right? So
every
we're
single
seeing
day.
black men killed for less. So you got a brother in Georgia, you got a brother in Baltimore, you got a brother in Cleveland, you got a brother, right? There are brothers that are a part of this movement across the country and around the world, and you telling me we ain't at risk to upset because we're upsetting the status quo? Absolutely. But Farrakhan at risk. He just keep talking though. He don't care what he just say whatever he want to say, man. Like right. So I want all of us to begin to think as we just we'll take the hoodies off in about 2 minutes. I'm gonna give Leroy the final comments here. This is a great discussion. Thank you, Nodella. Um, yeah, I want to give Leroy Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. This is not his actual birthday, but it's the day that we celebrate it.
No,
Um,
today's the 15th.
Today is the 15th. Yes,
Yeah,
today is his
yeah,
birthday.
yeah. It's actually
Uh,
his actual birthday today. Yeah,
yeah, so a lot of times it's not.
it's
Today
not.
it
Yeah,
is.
usually it's that
Yeah,
whatever that
it
third
is the
Monday
15th.
is
So
or
it's
whatever.
actually
Yeah, they just do
it's
it to do it. But
actually
yeah,
his
today
birthday
is
today.
actually falls on his birthday, which is cool. Which is good.
Dying for a cause can be considered one of the highest honors because you died for a purpose that not only benefits you but others. I like Nodella.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she is. She
yeah,
is
I like
beautiful,
Nodella.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
she is
she's
beautiful.
absolutely right, bro. She's 100% right. Go ahead, man. Before we got about 2 minutes, we'll take the hoodies off. We'll clown Dallas for the last 3 minutes, and then
I
we'll
know.
we'll allow you to we'll allow you to go and deal with your podcast today.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing, man. That why, and I say this: Dr. King is one of the greatest human beings,
Yeah,
not just
yeah,
black men, but human beings,
yeah.
man, and what he represented. Period. And celebrating him, but as you and Nadella was saying about the difference between Dr. King, Fred Hampton, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, they and this generation, there ain't
Mm,
many of us that are willing to put our lives on the line like that. It's just not. Brothers like the was it the bishop or the elder said, yeah, they walk away when it get tough.
Yeah,
When
bro.
like, nah,
Yeah,
I ain't going that far. Or even if it's not life threatening, when people's finances are threatened. Oh, I got to keep doing what I'm doing, because I need that.
right,
I
bro.
need my money.
That's right, bro.
I need my money.
That is right,
So
bro.
the threat of having my money taken away, because hey, I don't want to get too loud on this corporate, or in this corporate world, because I don't want to stir up no trouble, because then I might lose my job.
Yeah,
I might
yeah,
lose. So I can't speak on that. That's
yeah,
what that's what gets me about these. Well, they've never been that, athletes and entertainers and musicians, or rappers. Most of them, you never hear them speak up on issues. Most of them
yeah,
will back away from it. There's very few, and the ones that do speak up on it, you don't. They get pushed away.
yeah,
They
yeah,
get pushed to the side, and that doesn't matter on any level, because I've seen it right here in Baltimore,
yeah.
where certain politicians have spoken out on things, have done things, and they came after them. But you got to be. We don't have too many of us today that are willing to say, you know what, the cause is bigger than me, and if I got to sacrifice so that the voice gets heard, so that my voice and the others that I'm speaking for get heard, then so be it.
Calvin
And
Mann said, I'm going to disagree, my brother. There are many who died for our outcome. Yeah, I don't think that he is saying that there aren't many who died,
no, not at all.
Brother
Yeah,
Calvin. We recognize that. But there is a generational difference.
yeah,
There is a generational difference between what we were experiencing during the height of the civil rights movement in the
right.
60s and what we are experiencing now as it relates to the risk factor and our willingness to make sure that the risk factor uh, is put up. Let's see. Why is okay? That put us totally out the picture, didn't it, Leroy?
I know we up top.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, Dr. G, we about out of here, man. We out of here in about 30 seconds. But I
Oh
saw you
man.
pop in the black room. Um, and I wanted to make sure we honored you. I don't know why this is doing this today. Let me see. Let me see
Yeah,
this.
because usually it'll put all, put it side by side, or some kind of way where it all
Yeah, I
fits in the
think that's
screen.
because your upper third.
No, we've used this
Dr. Don.
before with multiple people though. So I don't know.
Really?
I don't know what this is about today. I have no idea.
Wow.
Um,
Well, listen, my apologies for coming in late. I just happened to notice the email. I tried to come in about 15 minutes ago.
we saw, and I tried to bring you in, and then you pop back out.
Yeah, yeah, but I just wanted to come on and honor my brothers. Good morning, blessings to you both. Blessings to you, Dr. Leroy, my brother, Dr. Don. Blessings to you both on this awesome day, celebrating the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I missed the conversation, so please forgive me. I wish I would have known. I would have definitely been here on time, but I just happened to check my email as I was doing some international transactions and just happened to see my emails like, oh man, Dr. Don is going to be on today.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
my
We
apologies.
we, we got to bring you back on, man. We'll be back up tomorrow. We just have to leave today because Leroy has an end at 11 o'clock today.
Okay, no worries.
But if you can, man, come back through tomorrow, and I'm gonna fix this upper third thing. I don't have any idea what happened here because
Okay.
I'm glad that
Same.
you popped on. It gave us the ability to see it. Nodella
Yeah.
said I can change the layout. Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to our graphic designer and make sure the layout is changed. Or what layout, Nodella? You may be talking about something else. We can talk about that offline.
Same
But
time tomorrow, Dr. Don.
same time tomorrow, man, 10 o'clock
10
Eastern
a.m.
Standard Time. In fact,
Right.
that is a question I want to ask everyone. Thank you, Brother Calvin. And I want to acknowledge this too, the work that he's doing with dads. He says our biggest issue is fatherless homes.
I
Without
absolutely agree.
question, that is an issue that we need to talk about. And Calvin, if you're interested in coming on, man, let us know. Enjoyed you, Bishop. So we're gonna get out of here. Let me make sure Leroy can say whatever Leroy wants to say before we roll, and then we're gonna throw up the twos, and Dr. G come on with us tomorrow, and then Calvin, let us know when you like to come on. You can come on tomorrow as well. We just have these same conversations. Leroy, you got to go, man. It's 11:01. Say what you got to say to all the Dallas Cowboys. You suck. You suck. That is my final comment. You suck. Go ahead, Leroy. That's what are your final comments?
And I'm gonna add to that. How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Talk to y'all soon. Peace.